Hi everybody, this is Deuce the Wild here, and I'm coming back at you with another piston shifter story. So, piston shifters. We already explained who the piston shifters were last night. I already explained my involvement with them. And we're a club of young shitheads. That's what we are. So I have a young shithead story for you to tell of the original piston shifters back in the day. This involves members that are in it to this day, and a member that's not in it anymore. But it's an awesome story, and you guys are gonna love it. You're gonna laugh your asses off. At least I think you'll laugh your asses off. It's a story. It's a story to tell. So back in 2017, piston shifters were pretty hot at the time. You know, we were a bunch of teenagers. Well, not 13, but 14, 15 years old. And we went to car shows all over the damn place. New Jersey, Pennsylvania, everywhere. We were appearing everywhere wearing our shirts. And we rode our chopper bicycles and stuff, as I mentioned in a previous video. So it's one particular event we were at, Labor Day weekend. This was 2017 Labor Day weekend in Mahwah, New Jersey, at a big car show here on the East Coast. Those that know me, I already gave it up, because those that know me know the story and heard all about it. But on the internet, I'm not gonna share the exact location or the club that put the show on, but I'm going to tell a story from the event. So back in 2017, we were at this show, and there was me, every single member of the piston shifters were there all weekend. We went to a kickoff party / hot rod show the Wednesday before that in Wooten, New Jersey, or Bootman, New Jersey, whatever it is. And then we went to the main location that was in Mahwah for Labor Day weekend, which was a 3-day show, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And so piston shifters all showed up. We were all there hanging out, you know, riding our chopper bicycles around, you know, thinking we were hot shit with our, you know, colors on, shit like that. And all weekend we were up to shenanigans, man. We were doing some bad shit. I mean, we thought it was funny. Grown-ass adults thought it was funny. But other people that were involved with the running of the show didn't think it was too funny. But we were doing our thing, man. I mean, there was a lot of clubs there that were a lot older than we were, and they were doing stuff too they shouldn't have been doing. But we were doing our thing, you know. We were being assholes. And so we were there from Thursday all the way till Monday morning. As I said, Labor Day weekend. And Sunday night, a couple of the members left. There was 3 of us full members there, and a guy that used to hang out with us a lot. And we decided, let's drink tonight. Now, I'm going to remind you folks, I just turned 14. Well, I didn't just turn 14, but I was 14. I mean, I drank a little bit before that, but I never drank. Like, never partied. And that night I drank. So this particular night, you know, we're fucking around. We're doing our thing, you know, acting like idiots. And we decided to start drinking, get a plan together, start drinking, and find a hiding spot where our parents wouldn't find out and shit. So we decided to separate. There's like 4 of us this particular night. We decided to separate in groups of 2 and 2. So one of the original members went off with the guy who was hanging out with us. Me and another member of the piston shifters, we went our separate ways, you know. And so while we went our separate ways, my other member and the guy who was hanging around us were stealing booze from places. I'm talking Jack Daniels, beer. I think we had some vodka. We had a couple. We had a couple of couple drinks. I'll tell you that. And so they stole it. And the one member, he had a backpack on, and he was shoving these bottles and these beer cans in his backpack. And the bottle of Jack Daniels he found at somebody's camp. He got it, and then my dad still busts my ass about it to this day, because I said we found the bottle of Jack Daniels under a bush. It wasn't found under a bush, but that's where I got recognition of it, because I didn't know where they got it from. But they stole this bottle of Jack Daniels. They threw it under this bush, and we met up with them. Walked back around. The parking lot was kind of like a big circle, so he walked around the circle, and the guy that stole it, he grabbed the fucking bottle of JD, and this was like a original bottle of JD, black and white label, original Tennessee whiskey, and he grabbed that, and I threw it in his backpack for him, and then so back behind this hotel, because this show was at a hotel, and there's this big-ass parking garage, which we did a lot of shenanigans in, but there's also, next to the parking garage, behind the hotel, there's like this, during the wintertime here on the East Coast, some of you West Coasters might not know this, but there's like this big, huge, it's almost like a mini warehouse, and it had like a lot of salt, like a big salt mound in it. They salt the parking lots here to, get traction for vehicles and stuff like that when it snows or sleets or whatever. So we all walked behind the hotel, behind the parking garage, met up in this little salt shack there, and we started drinking. And excuse me, started drinking. So I started off some beer, sipping on some beer, which I love my beer this day. I mean, the beer wasn't the problem. The problem came later. So one of the original members of the Piston Shifters, I'd never heard of shotgunning before, and he showed me how to shotgun a beer. So I shotgunned a beer. I didn't do very well at it, but I chugged the beer, shotgunned as much as I could of it, and I shotgunned another beer. Again, didn't do very well at it. I'm not good at chugging anything with fizz in general, but I did it. And at 14, a guy who's not very experienced with drinking, it can do some damage on you. And then next thing you know, the hard liquor came out, and so I'm sitting there, I'm drinking a bottle of whiskey, Jack Daniels, again, I never drank before, and the other guys are passing around this bottle of vodka or whatever we had. I can't remember everything we had. I mean, we had a couple of bottles of booze, but whatever it was, they were passing around, and I was sipping on this bottle of JD, and then and started passing that around the other guys. We were all drinking, but I was drinking a lot of it, way more than my limit. And again, so the salt mound, the shed with the salt mound, it was like this, it has this big opening in the front, which is how we got in there. And you had the mountain of salt, and then you have cinder block walls around it. So we were just chilling out on the cinder block walls and just resting our feet on the big salt mound. And next thing you know, I had to take a piss, so I got up. When I say salt mound, this thing was a fucking mountain of salt. I basically got up, and I rolled down the fucking salt mound. And I was feeling good, man. I was dancing around. I was hooting and hollering, man. I'm feeling awesome right now. I'm taking a piss, and then I'm like, I'm still standing up. I'm like, man, this feels great. First time ever getting this fucked up drunk. And then, the guys that were more experienced than me, they were laughing at it and everything. And then the other guy, who was an original member of the Piston Shifters, he wasn't very experienced. He was kind of like me. Actually, I think he had less experience, and he got up. This guy, man, he got up to take a piss like me. He has his pants around his ankles. He's pissing. He's fucked. Like, he's fucked up. And me and him are just both, we're both fucked up. We're staggering around. We're laughing like idiots, And of course, the guys, the hang around and the other piston shifter member were laughing, you know. So, I don't know how long this lasted. As I said, I was really, really drunk, super drunk. And next thing you know, all I remember after that was I woke up and I'm barfing, I'm puking. I'm like, oh my God, if my parents find out, and this and that, what if cops catch us, this and that. I'm puking, and I had this denim vest on with a bunch of patches all over it, and I had the piston shifter patch on the back of it. And the other member, I don't think the other guys are wearing our name on their bag. I think I was the only one wearing anything, but the other member was just passed out. I don't think he puked that night anyway, but he was passed the fuck out. So my one member and the hang around were dealing with us, trying to calm us down and shit. And the parking garage was right there. So this Indian guy came out. I guess he worked for the hotel or hotel security, whatever. He came out and he was like, "You better get out of here! I called the police. I called the police." So I'm pretty sure that guy did call the police. But before the cops actually came to the scene, you know, the one member and the hangaround were like, "Oh shit, we got to get these guys out of here." And here I'm still the president at this time, so I mean I'm one of the guys that started. So I'm the president at this time, and I have members taking care of my ass when I should be on the opposite side of the spectrum. But they're taking care of my ass and this other member, and they pick us up. And so at the show, my dad, what we did, because I mean I'm a tall guy, so taking a 32 Ford at the show with our luggage and everything else, and my mom and my dad, and it was kind of a lot. So we decided to trailer the car there just to make it easier. So my dad had the rig parked there. He had our Yukon, and he had the 20-foot enclosed car trailer there. So they took us, a member in the hangaround took me and the other member over to my car trailer and sat us down and shit. They covered, we were cold, we were sick, we were alcohol poisoned. They covered, they took, the one guy, my one member, I think it was wearing like a mechanic shirt or something and a beanie and whatever, and he covered my one member up with that and other debris and stuff. And then, the hang around was taking care of me, and basically I was just uncooperative. I was so drunk and so angry, I just wanted to be left alone. Basically, I was left in a field, face down, half-ass under the trailer, like my head was under my dad's car trailer. And so they were taking care of us, like they were going to try to figure out a plan to get us back up to the hotel room. Nobody would know about it. Everything would be good. Well, cops started circling the parking lot, and they couldn't see us because, again, we were in a dark field with a blacked out rig there, so nobody could really see us unless they shined spotlights or whatever. And we were so far in there that they couldn't really hear us or anything else. And my dad and my buddy's dads were in the bar at the hotel watching a rockabilly band and a surf band, whatever. And my dad's like, I need a couple more beers because the bar shut down. He's like, I'll just grab some of my own. So he started making his way out to the rig where we were. And like me, my dad wears a big long wallet chain. He has engineer boots, all that shit. He comes walking out to the rig, and they hear my buddies there. They heard the fucking chain dangling, and I don't think they would have taken off. I think they probably would have tried to hide us better, but I mean, it was so close to the point where like, oh fuck, we can't get busted. So they took off. My one member in the hangaround took off, and now me and another member are just, we're fucked. I'm laying flat out on the grass. The other member's covered up with all kinds of shit. Here it's my father. They thought I was a cop because of the chain. They thought I was like handcuffed. Cops, they jiggle when they walk. No pun intended. But here my father comes up, and he goes to grab beers out of the truck, and he looks down, and he sees me laying face down, and he's like, Anthony, you all right? Anthony, you all right? He picks me up. And as I said, at this point, I just want to be left alone. I was tired of everybody's shit. I just want to be left alone. I was drunk. I just want to go to bed. Next, I just start wailing on my own father, man. I didn't know who I was wailing at. I just started bang, bang. And he's like, I hit him hard, but he was just like, what the fuck? He grabbed me. He goes, Anthony, it's me, your dad. And I'm like staggered. I look at him. I go, I'm fucked up. And he goes, I can tell. And he saw this lump of clothing and shit. And he goes, what the hell is that? And I go, oh, that's so-and-so, the other member. I'm not going to mention names. And he's like, that's him? I go, yeah, just uncover him, I uncovered him. He grabs me. He grabs my other guy. And he's walking us up to the damn hotel room. And all the custom car guys and shit are partying. Like, hotels have the overhang outside the lobby. They're all hanging out outside there, drinking beers and shit. This is like, 11:30 midnight, maybe later at the point. And my old man's walking us up to the lobby, and we're staggering the fuck around. We're all messed up. And one good friend of mine who probably watches these videos, he's like, oh no, what happened? And they all knew what happened, so our one friend grabbed me. My dad kept a hold of my other member, took us in the hotel room. We were staggering around like drunken messes, got us in the elevator, bringing us up to the room, and while we're in the elevator, I'm like our friend's holding me, right? And I'm just staggering, my pupils are small. I'm messed up bad at this point, and pissed off at the same time. Like, I was an angry drunk that night. And my buddy goes, what the hell were you guys drinking anyway? And I went, fucking Jack Daniels. He goes, well, at least you guys don't mess around. So, got us up to the room, got us safe, and I was pretty nasty with, the people staying in our room and my parents that night, but they didn't take anything to it because I was drunk, very, very drunk. Next day, me and my buddy were throwing up messes, and that's a piston shifter story. That's a famous event in New Jersey. A lot of people around the area remember it to go to these shows, so hope you all enjoyed. There's many more stories to come from the OG Piston Shifters and the modern Piston Shifters, so there's more that happened that weekend, but I won't go into them because they were bad news. There's a couple pranks, but we'll get into that in another video. A couple pranks we call that's not a big deal, but there was some activities that went on that I don't feel comfortable talking about that we did, but we had a good time. That's all that matters, and might have been on some other people's expense, but we had a good time. Deuce the Wild One out.